Today, we're going to have a conversation about fresh starts. But before we go into that, I'm Jen DeTracey. I'm the founder of Women Thriving with MS. I've been living with MS for over 11 years. And what I do is I help women to connect with other women living with MS and to discover how to thrive. But you know, it doesn't start with thriving. It starts with surviving, which I have been there, surviving with MS, to striving, to thriving. And it's a process and it takes time. And how I support women in doing that, like you, is through the Women Thriving with MS Facebook group and Facebook page, through the YouTube channel, through coaching, and through online courses. So if you want to join that journey, then discover what's going to be best for you. So let's talk about fresh starts. The conversation I had with Lisa, who is a member of the We Thrive membership program that I run, we were talking about a surgery that she was recovering from with her shoulder and how she was really looking forward to getting that whole harness system off, which was like massive, holding her arm in place and wrapped around her waist, and wanting to have her freedom back and looking at what would happen once she was able to get back into physiotherapy and then continue on with her life. That fresh start, turning that page. When she was talking about this, and thank you, Lisa, for sharing that with me, I realized that with MS, we are in a state of constant, I was going to say chronic, constant fresh starts. They're happening all the time. I was thinking about how many of you might know I have been traveling, been living in Greece for almost 70 days. I just have a couple weeks left. And it has been quite a journey for me to navigate MS, enjoy myself, and be prepared for anything that might happen, like having a relapse, which did happen. And that's going to be a whole nother video that I'm going to share my journey with that. With that uncertainty that can happen with MS, or the certainty of the uncertainty, as I like to put it, is that there's always a fresh start that's going to happen. So my recovery from having that relapse, which I'm just winding down from the vertigo and feeling like I don't need any medicational support right now to get through it. I'm at the final tail end of that. With that comes a fresh start. Oh, I don't have to take medication so I don't throw up or feel nauseous when I'm out in the world, especially in a moving vehicle, whether it be a bus or a cab or a train. So we all have fresh starts. I think that this is very poignant because everybody in life has fresh starts and has the opportunity. You can think about every morning you wake up is a new day. When you are considering being intentional about it, about a fresh start, whether it's starting a diet that's going to help you have a better quality of life while you live with MS, getting into an exercise routine, doing a stretching routine, getting into meditation or something that is calming, that reduces stress, connecting with other women that live with MS, even if you're in a tiny little remote town in the middle of nowhere or somewhere, but not, not some place that is easy to access resources, then it's about that intentionality of the fresh start. And maybe that fresh start for some of you as you watch this video is to join the Women Thriving with MS and Fatigue Facebook group so that you can be a part of something, feel more connected, feel less isolated. That might be a fresh start for you. For some of you, it might be reducing or removing sugar from your diet, which is a popular thing right now around my membership community, the We Thrive community. That seems to be something important. Whether it's completely overhauling that diet or trying to do exercises that are going to help you retain your abilities, your mobility, whatever that is for you, that could be your fresh start. So think about what area of your life are you feeling the calling to do something to support yourself in living a better life with MS, to move from that place of surviving with MS to striving with MS, getting started on it. What might that be for you? And it's usually, it's usually that thing that you're avoiding the most. I know from experience. In fact, while I have been on this adventure for almost 70 days, one of the things that I've been doing is getting out and walking as much as I can. And if you've ever been in any place in Europe, or maybe you live in Europe, there are a lot of hills. And this morning I was climbing up a bit of a steep incline, and I could feel my calves burning. This is the area that I need to stretch the most. It is the most important stretch. But what do? I put it off. Why do I put it off? Why would I allow myself to suffer when all I need to do is take, 4 to 5 minutes to do that stretch? Well, it's because I don't like it. I don't like that stretch. And that's why I avoid it. So going back to fresh starts, I was thinking about this today as I was climbing up that hill, knowing that I hadn't done that particular stretch. I did every stretch but that stretch. Can you relate? Can you relate to that? That I need to do that stretch today. I must do it. I want to. And how can I build it into my life, create that fresh start? Just that one little thing that I can create a fresh start around. Small. And I'm thinking about, now that I am out and about in the mornings, because I want to leave the house right away before it gets hot, before it gets busy, and I want to have my little adventure going out into different parts of Athens, which is where I am right now. I don't want to do the stretching first, which is normally what I do. And when you do that, whatever that routine is that you want to do first thing in the morning, you're likely to get it done. But I'm making a conscious choice. I'm being intentional that I want to get out and have my little adventure before I come back. And then of course I come back and I want to drink my homeopathic medicine and I want to eat. Then where does that fit in? How do I create a fresh start around that to support myself? And I've been listening to a few different audiobooks, one about high performance habits, another one about what are called atomic habits. And I call it micro habits or micro actions or a habit system. That's what I call all those things. And so for me, the fresh start is that I'm going to find a time in the day that will work for me, that I can attach with a routine, and I'm going to do that particular stretch then. I've already started doing my other stretches randomly throughout the day as opposed to in one chunk of time, because that's not working for me right now. So I've needed to shift to something. And that may happen in your life. You might find that a routine worked really, really well for you, and then something else came up that was really important, that was in the forefront of your life, whether it be temporary or permanent or long-term. There is no permanence in this world, right? So you have to decide, how are you going to integrate that in now? And this is what I'm dealing with, and this is my fresh start. My fresh start is I'm going to prioritize those calf stretching exercises, which are uncomfortable. They don't feel good at the time, yet they're essential. They're essential to me being able to walk without excruciating pain. Now, I'm always going to feel discomfort and burning going up those hills with my calves. This is something that has become a part of my life with MS. So how can I turn that around and create a fresh start to commit to something that is going to support me? Yesterday, when I was talking to Lisa, the We Thrive member, she's starting with getting out, getting fresh air, even though she's got to be very careful with her arm and her balance. And she is walking. She already told me, she sent me a message saying, I did it twice, yay, yesterday, walking around her area, her cul-de-sac. A small action, fresh start, the beginning of a fresh start. And that's what I'll do. And I will likely do that. I'm just pondering it now. I haven't even fully committed to when that's going to happen. I'm going to do it before my lunch. And in Greece, Mori, lunch is around 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock. It's a totally different schedule. So I have lots of time to squeeze in those calf stretches before I have lunch. That's a motivator. So when you can tag something to an event before or after a regular habit that you have, in this case, this habit that I have, I might incorporate back when I get back to Canada because it's working well for me. So then I would still say, okay, before lunch, I'm going to do that stretch. So I'm going to try it out and I'll see how it goes. And if it doesn't work at that time, I will find another time. So I'm putting out to you today to consider, what might that fresh start be for you? How can you take something that you have been putting off, that you know it's important, you've been avoiding it, and really commit to taking that first action, that building that habit system, tying it into something that you do every day. It could be brushing your teeth. It could be after you get up in the morning and go to the bathroom and have a pee. It could be after you drink a glass of water. Whatever that is for you, when are you going to put it in? It could be later in the day. It could be after dinner when you want to just go and have a few minutes to yourself. So choose what that is for you around having this fresh start, this little micro habit system that you are building for yourself to support yourself in a way which is going to move you from surviving with MS to striving with MS. I'm Jen DeTracey. Thank you for showing up today and watching this video. You can comment below and let me know what's happening. And if this is the blog and there isn't a comment space for you, then you can go to the YouTube channel and comment. I'm going to see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.